Hello YouTube, how you doing? This is Mike in Detroit, coming at you with another way to try to help out us intermediate musicians out there who just want to play some nice songs. As the title indicates, I'm about to blow your mind on this one because I got an exercise for you that just has thousands of benefits. So we're going to take the Autumn Leaves progression because it has so much to teach us. So it has a 2-5-1 to major, then it goes to the 4 chord, then it has a 2-5-1 to its relative minor, or what some people would call a 7-3-6. I don't, I call it that. 2-5-1. So that's our end goal, to play this. In all 12 keys. Any key you want. Now why? Why is this so important? Because these chords are rinse repeat. They are, let me get my camera that away a little bit. They're rinse repeat. They're used in thousands and thousands of songs. 2, 5, 1 to the 4. 2-5-1 to relative minor. Don't worry if you didn't catch those chords down there. I'm going to go slow, and you be ready with your pause button so you can capture these. It's going to take a while to get it all ironed out and fluid, but I can't do that in a video, but I can give you the step-by-step plan, and then you go to work and put in the work, the hours of work that it's going to take. Now, step 1, what is this? Let's learn a major voicing in all 12 keys. That voicing right there. It's a C major chord, and it's based on number system. As you know, I play by numbers. You guys, your kids paint by numbers, I play by numbers. I think in numbers. So, my left hand has root 5, root. And I'm going to make a video on left hand. It could be root 5, it could be root 5, 3, it could be root 5, 9. But for now, we want to work on the right hand. So we're going to leave it simple in the left hand. Root, 5th, and root. Or just 2 octaves will do it. Or one finger will do it. Because we're working on that voicing. That voicing, as you can see below, consists of 7, 9, 3, 5. By the way, as an aside, if you're watching this video and you're totally lost, and you're like, what is all his number? What is he talking about? I have 15 or so videos that will help you out. This is for the folks who kind of want to take it a little bit further without rinsing and rehashing old stuff. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 3 are the same. 7, 9, 3, 5, that's the voicing. 7, 9, 3, 5 voicing. Now, that voicing can be interpreted as an E minor 7 in second inversion. Here's E minor 7. And here it is in second inversion. For those of us who play gospel, jazz, something about that interval in there, that crunch, let's just go to. Now this is perfectly fine. But one thing at a time. That voicing. Let's get that voicing against all 12 keys. So let's do the circle of fourths. There's a C. What would it be in F? 7, 9, 3, 5 in the key of F. Now take the time not just to memorize these voicings, but to understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice that the thumb is always a half step whatever root I'm playing, because that's the 7. That's the 7. And then the first finger here is always a whole step up. You got that going on. So you know I like sequencing and chunking, so let's do C and F. C and F. Let's put a little rhythm on it. Here we go. C. Here's D. And here's F. Do that so you don't even have to think about it. C to F. Now let's add B flat. Now, if I turn off the rhythm here, get your thumb a half step below, and here's B flat. Could have played this. It's also in the key of B flat. That's also a 7, 9, 3, 5 voice. Numbers are the same. That's why numbers are so nice, because the numbers don't change. The key just changed. So far we got C, we got F, and now we have B flat. Let's add E flat. 7, 9, 3, 5. I think you got it now, so let's speed up a little bit. Here's A flat. You can write these voicings down. Hit the pause button and do so. I could have played that. That's also a 7, 9, 3, 5. Notice the 9 is always a whole step up from the root. The relationships are the same. What comes out, what key was that one? B flat, E flat. E flat. No, I must not have been on B flat. Let's just start from the beginning. C, F, B flat. Here's E flat. Must have been on A flat. Yeah, I guess I was. After A flat comes D flat. Now again, I'm pausing here, A, so you catch the voicings, but to maybe throw a little explanation in, because people will memorize these and they don't really understand what they're doing. By the way, I said earlier that your right hand is playing the 3rd of the chord minor in second inversion. Let's see if that's true. In the key of D flat, what's the 3rd? F is. Does that look like an F minor? It certainly does. Here it is in root position. Take the top 2 notes down, you're going to end up with this. Put a D flat under it. You're actually playing a D flat major 9. Here's G flat. Same 7, 9, 3, 5 voice. Here's B. Here's E. Same voicing. We're just picking up these major voicings in all 12 keys. Here's A. Here's D. Here's G. Now we're back to C again. So let's run through that again. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G. So that's step 1. Get your major chords. My pedal was escaping me there. So I have to nail it to the floor sometimes. Now, that's step 1. Now, let's get all the minor chords. That's also a 7, 9, 3, 5 voicing, except for the 3rd is now minor, and so is the 7. there's a C minor 9. This time, the thumb is not one half step down. It's going to be whole step down, and 9 is going to be the same. 3 is going to be minor, and the 5 is going to be the same. Now, does that look like an E flat major over C? It certainly does. Go to the third, and I've discussed this in other videos, so I won't belabor this point. But the point here is put your shed time in and get those voicings down. These are money voicings. Go to, you'll play them the rest of your life. What would that be in F? In F, you got to go down a half step, and here's your voicings. 7, 9. So in B flat, go down a whole step with your thumb there, and E flat. These beautiful chords. A flat, D flat, G flat. I'm sorry. There's B, E, A, D minor. These are all minor. G. Now we're back to C again. So your first move, your first practice move, if it takes 2 days, it takes 2 days. If it takes 2 months, it takes 2 months, is to get these on lock, on automatic, both major and minor. Are there other voicings? Of course there are. But these are go-to. So put your metronome on, your drum machine on, your tap your feet, whatever you got to do. That you got, now you are satisfied. If somebody says play B flat minor, you don't even think about it, you just go there. Now you do the circle of fourths to kind of get it under your fingers, but after a while you don't need that circle. If somebody says play an E flat minor, don't even have to think about it. If somebody says play A flat major, you don't even have to think about it. You got a voicing in your pocket that you have on lock. Okay, that's step 1. Now we're going to put some of these voices together. So now we did 2, 5, 1. Glue those together. Make it like a chain. So here's the 2. Here's a D minor. So if you did your earlier work, you know this chord. This is a 7, 9, 3, 5 voicing. Now in this case, we could have gone here, but I don't like that. I mean, it's correct. So let's go to the 2. Now all I gotta do is change this thumb over one note and change my bass note. I got a G13. And then I got my familiar 1 chord that I just practiced earlier. Let's do that again. 2. Okay. Do that. 2, 5, 1. Now let's go to the key of F and do that. Slower. Here's that G minor, 7, 9, 3, 5 voicing. Move your thumb over 1, or 1 half step. Now we got our familiar F chord. Okay, so let's go to B flat. Do that. What's the 2 of B flat? C minor. What's the 5 of in B flat? F is. There's an F13 and there's 1. So we're learning our 2, 5, 1 major in all 12 keys. So let's do that. Right? What's the next key? E flat is? Well, we need a F minor. Getting the idea? What's the next key? A flat? Am I on A flat? Yeah, I guess so. There's a B flat minor, because that's the 2 of A flat. Here's an E flat 13. All I did was move my thumb over 1/2 step, and then I got my familiar A flat chord. 7, 9, 3, 5 voice. If you practice in this way, I promise you, you're never gonna be sorry. Let's finish it up here. So now we need a D. We need the key of D flat. E flat minor, A flat 13, and now we have E flat. Now let's do A flat minor, because we're in the key of G flat. Here's a D flat 13. And now our familiar. Let's do a B. What's the 2 of B? C sharp minor or D flat minor. And now we have a B chord. Let's do E. Let's do F sharp minor to a B13. And now we have E major. Matter of fact, there's nothing worse than a pianist with a transpose button on their keyboard. I think there's one on this keyboard too, but don't ever touch it. Just learn how to play all 12 keys. So now we need A. So we need a B minor to an E7 or else an E13. And that gets me to A. So the next key is D. So we need E minor. And then finally we need the key of G. Got all 12 of them. So there is step 2. Learn 2 5 1s in this voicing in all 12 keys. Not by way of song, because you're not going to play every song in all 12 keys. Well, you could, but you're probably not going to do that. But this is an exercise that sets you up that no matter what the music is thrown at you, you're going to be halfway ready for it. Now, you got that? So step 1, learn your majors, your minors, all 12 keys. Step 2, learn your 2 5 1s, all 12 keys, in this voicing. Now, we need minor, we need the 2 5 1. So in our exercise, in our autumn leaves exercise, go back to the key of C. 2 5 1 to 4. Now in this case, I switched the voicing. Remember I played F here before, but it's just nice voice leading. So I'm on 1. It's just nice voice leading to go. They call it the A and B voicing. It is the same notes, except for now playing that A minor in root position instead of second inversion, just because of voice leading. So add that 4 chord. So we have a 2. No, that wasn't 2. 2 5 1 4. Let's try it. I'm probably not going to do the 1 to 4 and all of them, but I could. Let's see. Let's go to the key of F. 2 5 1 4. Let's go to the key of B flat. Now we got the 2 5 1 4. To find the 4 is a 3 minor chord, in this case G minor, 1 2 3, in root position. Can you from there. Let's do one couple more keys. We were on E flat. Let's do A flat. Now we're adding and adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. This is going to take a while. Don't get frustrated on me now. Just take it a piece at a time. Rewind this video and watch it 100 times because the payday is tremendous. So we're in the key of A flat. So we needed a 2 chord, a 5 chord, and a 1 chord. Now we need a 4 chord. So now you add the 4 chord to the rest of the keys, okay? And I'm not trying to cut you off. I think you got it. And I didn't want the video to be 9 hours long. The only last thing we got to do is find the 2-5-1 to minor. Go back to the key of C. We had a 2. We had a 5. We had a 1. Now we added the 4. Now we need a 2-5-1 to minor. Here we go. This is a B minor 7 flat 5. It is the 2. Our target is A, the relative minor of the key. We're heading for A. And this voicing that I'm getting, this E7 sharp 5 sharp 9, it is one of my favorite chords on the piano. On the guitar too, by the way. This chord is just, makes you just sound professional. It drops you right to this A minor chord, which you already should have practiced. Let me play that once again. B minor 7 flat 5. Let's look at where I am. I'm only playing 3 notes. 1 whole step below the B. So if I did a B major, B minor, so there's the minor 3rd, and here's the 5th, so we're going to flat that as well, right? So here's B major, here's B minor 7 flat 5. Now, this finger here is not going to move. Nail it to the wall, nail it to the keyboard. This finger is going to drop. This finger here is going to go down a half step. And this pinky is going to go up a whole step. So pinky up a whole step, thumb down a half step. And then you got it. So do that several times. Here's the B minor 7 flat 5. Here's an E7 sharp 5 sharp 9. That'll drop you to A minor 9. So, one more time. Now let's add that to what we have already practiced. So we started in major. That's our goal. That's our goal, to be able to play that progression in all 12 keys. All right, you're tired of the key of C? Let's do the key of F. G minor 7, C 13, F major 9, to the 4 chord. Now we need this. Here's an E minor 7 flat 5. Here's an A. You might want to capture these voicings. It's an A7 sharp 5 sharp 9. The numbers are going to stay the same, just the key is changing. And we're going to fall right into familiar territory if you practice the way I suggest you do. Let's do that key again. More to go. Now, another way to practice these once you get them all down is just to minor. So I'm on D minor. So let's drop to another minor. Now I'm on C minor. So I did this. Oops, sorry. So now I'm on the 2 chord of B flat. Now I'll drop my thumb. Now I need an A minor 7 flat 5. Here's a D7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Now if you need to, get a pencil and paper out and write these voicings down and play them off the paper until you don't need the paper anymore. Then go, by all means, do that. So now I'm on G minor. So let's do minor, minor down. Now I'm on F. Now if it gets too low, just pick it up an octave. So now I'm on F minor, and I know I'm on the 2 chord. Oh, my poor pedal. So now I'm on the 2 chord. So I must be in the key of E flat. This is what we practiced earlier. To the 4 chord. Now I need a... Well, first of all, I could look at this like a 7-3-6, which 7 is 1 step below the root. I tend to look at it as 2-5-1-2 relative minor. So in the key of E flat, the relative minor is C. So my target is C. Here is a... So I need a D minor 7 flat 5. Now I need this. This is the voicing you want right here. And that takes me to my target, C minor. So here's what we just added. Let me go a little bit slower, D minor 7. When you're first learning these voicings, for those of you who don't know them already, you get to here. After a while, you won't need this chord. But this chord does help you in the beginning get to this chord because of which fingers are moving and which fingers are not moving. But eventually, you won't need that crutch. You would just go here. Anytime you want, sometimes you'll play a, I don't know, maybe you're playing major and you're going, that time I played a 2 minor to the same G7 flat, sharp 5, sharp 9. Actually, I took it to a sharp 9 and then I dropped it to a flat 9. And that took me to a C major. But maybe that's the next video. Okay, so our job now is to make sure I can do that. I don't care what key I'm in. That's the job. And that's a big job, by the way. I know I'm laying some heavy lumber on some of you people. But I also know the payday that it's going to get to put that work in. If you, so we were in the key of E flat, so let's do the key of A flat. So the 2 chord would be B. And also you hear me playing and talking, you do the same thing. 2 chord in the key of A flat is B flat minor. Right now you should know all 12 of your keys. So the 2 chord is B flat minor. Drop the thumb to E flat 13. Do a 7-9-3-5 voicing to A flat major. Let's go to the 4 chord. Now we're getting a little muddy, so I'm gonna take it up. That's a G minor 7 flat 5. Now here comes a C7, sharp 5, sharp 9, takes me to my familiar F minor. If you're watching this video capturing voicings, pay particular attention to my right hand. That's what my left hand might do all kind of stuff. I really don't care if your left hand is just sitting around poking with one finger. It's the right hand that we're getting here. So that was the key of A flat. Okay, so what comes after A flat? Well, D flat does. So let's do a 2 chord there. So remember I was in the key of A flat and I needed to get to D flat. Well, I could go minor, minor. I could do that, and that's a nice little move. F minor 9, E minor 9, now I'm right where I need to be. I'm on D flat. What's the 4 chord in D flat? Right? Now I need the relative minor of D flat, which is, here's a C minor, C minor, flat 5. C minor. There it is. I had a little brain freeze there for a second. Here's an F7, sharp 5, sharp 9. That'll take me to B minor. Now I messed that up on purpose. Ha, no I didn't. Because you will too. You will too. So when I do that, that's a signal for me to work in that key a little bit more. So I was in the key of D flat. So I started, well, there, I got it. Now let's see, the next key is G flat. So we got A flat minor. Now you see why I told you step 1 is to know all your majors and minors. Doesn't matter what key you're in. Because these chords will recycle in different keys. And one key is the 2 chord, the other key is the 3 chord, and the other key is the 6 chord. Minor is minor, major is major. So I'm in the key of G flat. Drop my thumb. Now I'm on G flat major. The 4 chord is B. Say, how do you know all this stuff? Well, you keep talking to yourself while you're playing. You're gonna know it too. Now we need a F minor 7 flat 5. Here's a B flat, sharp 5, sharp 9. That takes me to E flat minor, which is the 6th of the key of G flat. So we started with a goal to be able to play a 2, I'm back in the key of C by the way, 5, 1, 4, 2, 5 to minor in all 12 keys. So I gave you a pathway. Might take you months, might take you a year, it's okay. So let me kind of demonstrate some application of how this is going to pay dividends, just to encourage you to put this work in, because it is a lot of work. I know I'm not going to even lie about that. So, you know, we love to play songs like Misty. But let's say we need a 2-5-1 to A flat. We can go. So somebody's singing Misty. They'll sing, they got this. They got that. They look at playing this or this. Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. Da 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 da. Here's my A flat minor to a D flat 7. I get misty. As you can see, the applications are in something like 80-90% of at least jazz songs and a lot of gospel songs too, utilize these 2-5-1s, major, minor, or both. So it is well worth doing the woodshed part to get these voicings down. Okay, here's what I didn't give you, a little homework. I gave you major 2-5-1s, but the minor 2-5-1s, I only gave it to you in the flat keys, right? So I did B minor 7 flat 5, B7 sharp 5 sharp down to A minor. And I think I took you through maybe 6 keys or whatever. For your homework, figure out minor 2-5-1s and the sharp keys as well. So if we go into the key of D or G or A, well, I just did A. So the target, okay, let me not confuse anybody. We're in key of C. In the key of C, the relative minor is A minor. That might be a step to take. In the key of F, the relative minor is D minor. I should have threw that step in, because you have to know that. In the key of B flat, the relative minor is G minor. In the key of E flat, the relative minor is C. Get those for all 12 keys, so now you know where your target is. Then figure out the minor 7 flat 5 to sharp 5 sharp 9 voicing that gets you in that key. So I did it for a few keys, and so you figure out the rest. If you cannot, just put it in the comment section, and I'll come back with another video that we can clean this up and do it in the sharp keys as well. So at the end of the day, your goal, mine is to be able to fluently play major 2-5-1s to the 4 chord, and then a 2-5-1 to relative minor. In any key, any of the 12 keys. Okay? I hope this was helpful to somebody out there who looking for some different voicings. These are money voicings. These are voicings the pros use. Could you embellish them and all that kind of, yeah, sure you can, but okay, well that's cool for today. We'll talk to everybody soon. Have a great day. Mike in Detroit, signing off.